How can you implement email marketing into your e-commerce business, whether it's drop shipping or not, to leverage it to make over $500 a day? Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hayden here, coming back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, as you can tell by the title, thumbnail, and the intro that I just did, we are going to be talking about email marketing. But I know I've made a few videos on this. I know I've actually brought on experts, some of my friends who are really, really good with email marketing. I'm going to take a completely different stance. I want to focus on the content, okay? What do you say in these emails? Far too often, I see people sending emails, first of all, not enough or not at all, or the flip side, too often, which means your open rates are just going to absolutely plummet. So when it comes to email marketing, I'm going to focus in this video on the specific content, right? What are you sending them? So let's say you want to do an email once a week. That's a good time frame. I recommend that maybe every Sunday. Sunday, people are at home. That's the highest open rate day. I've tested it. So content-wise, a lot of people always ask me, first of all, what is the difference between how often you should give them value, which we'll talk about what that means in a second, but how often should you be pitching them on something, right? What does that pitch look like? What should you be offering and how often? Because people are going to stop opening your emails if all you're doing is just pitch in everything you do, right? There's no value there. There's no incentive. So I want to actually pull up something interesting. I've got a ton of tabs open. I'm going to explain a couple different platforms, first of all, for those of you who don't know what email marketing is, that you can plug in with your Shopify store. Now, if you're doing something other than Shopify, like it doesn't really matter if you're hosting it on WordPress, you have a legit website or anything, it's still the same principles for the email marketing content as well as the frequency. So as you guys can see inside of here, these are the three main ones that people tend to talk about and use when it comes to e-commerce, specifically with Shopify, just because it's so easy to integrate these. So MailChimp, they actually recently redid their website. This looks pretty dope. MailChimp is viewed as like the most basic one. So it's super inexpensive. If you guys go over to pricing, you'll be able to see all the different plans. You can kind of get your feet wet. You know, like look at this. It's very inexpensive. You know, like this is typically the middle plan. You'll be spending like $10, $20, $30 a month, similar to Aweber. Oh, I don't know why that typed in. Aweber, okay? So if you guys are familiar with Aweber, this is something I personally use for a lot of my stuff. I also use, I'm not going to log in for you, but Aweber is a really good one. Let me actually go to the pricing real quick. I'm going to show you. These are some very entry point, you know, it's really not that expensive. So if you think about this, this is one of the mistakes I see people making with e-commerce, or excuse me, not e-commerce, with email marketing with e-commerce. Not even just how often are they sending it, when are they sending it. A lot of people try, especially when you have a small budget. Hey, someone just mentioned email marketing. Please don't let this video about email marketing influence you to do email marketing if you are not in a position to do email marketing. So what does that mean? First of all, if you're looking at something like this, Aweber, boom, $20 a month, all right? Email 500 subscribers, unlimited emails, blah, blah, okay? They got all these different pricing packages, okay? And there's something else called Klaviyo, which we'll talk about in a second. But you should not be implementing email marketing. I do not recommend it. I'll show you one app you should use, which is not full email marketing, but you should not be doing that until you have not only customers, but a consistent stream of customers coming in. There's a difference. So what do I mean by that? If you're getting 10, 20, 30 sales a day, once you're already making at least bare minimum a few $1,000s a month in revenue so that you have leads, there are abandoned carts, there are abandoned empty checkouts coming through on top of the purchases. That means there's actually customers to market to, because email marketing is only going to be effective if there's actually people to do it to. Now, if you want to there's two different sides to it. There's an automated sequence. This is where you're sending, actually write it out once and then it sends at certain time intervals or based on certain actions that people take. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to buy this water bottle right here from my store. Okay, let's say you buy it. Okay, and then 24 hours later, I send you some updated information about your order. Now, 72 hours after that, I send you a little bit more information talking about your order and saying, hey, we forgot to mention this, but we can also get you in this super cool coaster, right? You know, a coaster that goes up to here, you know, keep your desk dry and stuff, you know, so it doesn't leak through anything. So a coaster, right? You're upselling them on a secondary product. Oh, it just went out of focus. So, you know, something like that where you're kind of building into it. So a sequence is sending it, you know, 24 hours, 72 hours, or based on a certain action they take or don't take. So that's automated. You only really have to write this out once. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go back and edit it and try to make it better, but a regular email marketing is where you type up an email, you send it, then the next time you want to do one, you do it again. It's not a sequence. So I do recommend you have both. So I have what's called a post-purchase sequence. That is kind of what I just explained with this little water bottle example, where right after they purchase and then at certain time intervals after, we're going through giving them an update. Here's one of my biggest things with email marketing. I'll give it to you in here. I don't like to have people reaching out to my customer support. So what's the biggest complaint you're gonna get? Where the hell's my order? Where the hell's my order? Where the hell's my order? How do you eliminate that? How about you bring up the unspoken objection before they do? Right? That's a whole sales topic. They have unspoken objections, right? If I'm at the dealership, which I was the other day, and I'm just browsing around, right? I want to get a car. There's unspoken objections, things I don't know, things that I am concerned about that the salesperson should then bring up. So if I want to invest into, let's say, a vehicle, I need a pickup truck for my construction company, just as an example. Okay, but I'm thinking, the price, maybe the durability, how much weight can it hold, gas mileage. They should be bringing up all these different things, the benefits, the different financing options, leasing versus purchasing, everything. It's just called an unspoken objection. So that's absolutely massive in the sales industry because that's what allows you to really go through and close that sale. So the reason I just mentioned that, if you were to buy this, I'm going to give someone on my email list an update about their order and the status before they reach out, because usually 24 hours, they're not thinking about it. So bring it up before they do. That's going to help your customer support. And that's one thing you can do through email. So I do primarily use Aweber. Another one I really like to use is Klaviyo. So this is going to be a little bit more expensive. The difference is you're getting what you pay for essentially with everything. So it is kind of based on how many contacts you have, also the plan you want. Alex Becker has his own thing, Market Hero. I believe that's the email one. They got a lot of email softwares that you guys can use. So with this, it's all based, we got people trying to FaceTime. So right here, it's based on the amount of contacts you have. So if you have a 100K email list, as you can see, we'll bring it back right here. Boom, 100K, $1,200 a month. Okay, so you're looking at something a little bit more expensive. However, and you're probably not starting at 100K, but Klaviyo lets you go so much more in depth. So if you guys went back probably a month or two, 2 months or so on this channel, I did a video with my buddy PB. He absolutely kills with email marketing. That's his niche focus. He uses Klaviyo simply due to the amount of the features, the integrations you can use, and just how specific it gets. It beats Aweber and MailChimp. Now, if your only goal is to send them kind of some basic updates, okay, let me sell you a little coaster for this or whatever, just some sort of upsell product and some other offer, you don't really need anything all that advanced. So keep that in mind when it comes to selecting what you want to be doing your email marketing with. Now, this is where it gets interesting, okay? How do you find the content? What do you send in the email? What is this value per se? You ready? Check this out. I pulled up 2 different options. So this is something I really like to do. I don't use my own content. Actually, we're going to switch to this example for the first one. We had a client who was a dental company, okay? I believe orthopedics. That was the specific niche. And they were doing something about whiter teeth. That was a promotion they were running. So guess what we did? Before we made any sort of pitch, before we made any sort of offer, we sent the customer information, multiple different things. First of all, I would type in a statistic on how many people deal with, not having white teeth or the plaque it causes on your teeth, anything like that, giving them a fact, giving them a statistic, and then giving them a very much so free, this is a free resource on how they can avoid that problem, how they can build into it. So you're creating the problem, right? They might not have been worried about it at all. They probably weren't even aware. Create the problem, solve the problem for free. Give them some sort of information. So bring it up so it's in the back of their mind, because then when you pitch it to them, they're not a cold lead. They're aware of the issue. So what I like to do here, how to get whiter teeth blog. You can go through and pull up all of these. We're going to open them all. The biggest thing that I recommend you look for and be careful with is make sure, because none of these are written by us. First of all, yes, you are 100% going to have to give them credit, which is not a big deal at all. Just a little credit thing in the bottom of the email. But make sure, and this is something you can definitely mess up on, make sure that the person who's writing this does not have any sort of offer inside of here. So if we look through in here, why does he turn yellow? Should you be concerned? Toothpaste, how do you fix it? Boom, okay? Look at this, right at the bottom. Want a free toothpaste, a whitening free toothpaste. Get a more honest toothpaste. You see that? Get quit. Boom. They're writing a blog and they're selling something. What does that mean? That means this is a no-go. Okay, this is an e-commerce site right here, by the way. They're going through and then selling you. They're using blogs to get those leads in, and they ranked very high with SEO. So we're not going to send that. You don't want someone who's pitching an offer, which is going to be most of these people, because then your customer who should be buying from you down the road because you're trying to push them through a sequence might be more interested in just buy it right there because they don't know if it's yours or not, but you sent them that link. So that's one thing to think about. I don't really like the layout of that. Look, this is an e-commerce store right here, okay? Top 10 benefits ready. They're going to have some sort of offer at the end. All these helps you, blah, 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 blah. Give it a try, professional kit. Nope. Okay, so you're going to keep looking. All right, ebook, whatever. Let's see. Keep scrolling through this. Look, free guide. Oh, that's an ad. This looks really, really bad. But anyways, you're going to keep looking through and you're going to find something that does not, I repeat, does not have any sort of offer inside of it, okay? This one gives you a whole, I kind of like this style. And you can always kind of read through it if you want to put in the effort and go make your own PDF, make your own blog, make your own little page that shares that, giving basically the same information, just kind of summarize it. So like limit your acidic food, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see if they give us any sort of offer. Free bottle, that's a random ad. This looks like a very bad website. I would not send it. So this is what we do. We go through, we look blog after blog after blog, even videos. You can send them a YouTube video, a Vimeo video, anything you want that you find. Just make sure that it does not have some sort of offer already, okay? Because again, that's literally going to steal your customer. So like this. For more information, teeth whitening, call our office, book an appointment. Okay, that's a little bit direct. This is a University Oaks Dental. That's a physical dental location, okay? So all these different things, why does it work? How does it work? All of this. This is literally what we do. This is what I look for. Okay, so I don't see an offer in here. This is a physical one, so most people probably won't go there because it's in a random place. But you could literally say in your email, we just came across this and we're thinking of you because blank, blank, blank. Fill in the space with some sort of like the problem, make the problem, throw in that statistic and let them know that issue exists. Okay, so that's absolutely huge. Now, another one, you could do, how to get more defined abs. Let's say you're doing some sort of ab stimulator product or any sort of fitness stuff. There's going to be a lot on here. These are probably almost all going to try and sell you ebooks, get you on a webinar, do some sort of fitness program, anything like that. But again, go through, filter it out, look through like the top 1 to 2, maybe 3 pages on Google. Usually you don't have to look that in depth. But this first one right here, I guarantee you they're going to have some sort of look, all these are linked. Depends on the kind of belly fat. Let's see. It's just sending us blog after blog. But let's see if they're making some sort of offer. So again, we scroll through, we take a look. Beachbody, cut down on liquor. Okay, this one's not terrible. Things like this, you want to just try and minimize that risk because that's another exit point. That's a potential exit point for your customer to escape, which you don't want, right? You want them to buy from you later. So I go through, I give some value like this, 9 ways to make define abs, blah, blah, blah. Eat this and that. Okay, we're going to see if they have an offer. You guys are getting the point. I really want to show you that might be boring. This is what we do, okay? For me, this is not boring. You get to see a lot of different stuff. You get to learn a lot too, especially if you're doing something you're interested in. So that's absolutely huge. Now, there are these 3 different ones that we just covered, MailChimp, Aweber, and Klaviyo, all of which I've used, all of which are great. I primarily still use Klaviyo and Aweber. I don't use MailChimp. That's just my personal opinion. That's my choice. So there's a lot of different stuff that you guys can use. If you have questions about email marketing specifically, I might go through and maybe I'll go through and help someone make a sequence built around a specific product. But let me know what you guys would want to see in the comments down below built around that topic. Because email marketing is known to get about 30% of your customers to come back. That's a crazy amount. Think about it. If 100 people bought this, let's say 100 people bought this, for easy math purposes, that's 30 people. 30% of 100 is 30. That's 30 people who would come back and buy a secondary product. Whether it's cheaper or more expensive, you have already marketed and advertised to that customer. You already paid for them. So it's essentially free besides your email cost, like the location of it. It's free to reach out to those people and they already know you, they trust you, and hopefully they had a good experience buying from you. So that's massive, you guys. I hope that helped provide some insight on email marketing. I know it's a super important topic that we focus a lot on in the back end of our business. So I hope you implement it. Hope you try some of this stuff out because it works extremely well. With that being said, if you got any value from this video at all, I would very much appreciate it if you drop a like down below. And we are closing in hot and heavy on 100K subs. Think about that. 100,000 people. That's like a massive stadium. Crazy. You guys are crazy. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the love and support. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, questions that I can answer. Please leave it in the comments down below. And with that being said, make sure you subscribe and I'll be seeing you tomorrow in the next one. Peace.